Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. How's it going? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I mean, we're talking about sex tonight, and you came out. Okay, you came for the ladies. Ladies, please take a look. I tried to look in my other screen, like he got on the silk pajamas. Okay, There some taco meat might show in a second. Like you came ready to talk about sex. You came ready.
And I got my drink tonight too.
Okay, let's talk about sex, baby. Okay.
Mm.
Tonight definitely is going to be a sexy show. This is the first time I've said, listen, twins did not come to play. Like, we all know my girls are generally out. They're a little extra out tonight because, again, we're talking about sex. But twins said, you know what? I'm going to come through with the silk.
A little something, something. You know what I'm saying? A little
Well, I
slippity
appreciate you.
slide. And I'm gonna hit y'all with the little deep voice tonight. You know what I'm saying? Little
Oh,
how y'all doing tonight, ladies? Quiet storm. It's turn up Thursday, but it's quiet storm Thursday. If
not the
we
Barry White.
unfortunately, based on music, I would have music playing, but we don't want no copyright strikes because we're still trying to grow at the same time.
That part.
So make sure y'all hit the like, share, subscribe button so we can grow. And then later on, we can add some music and get our little real sexy on.
Oh, he said I'm coming through. This is
Coming
some
through.
like real. If your people old enough, that quiet storm had the ladies crazy at night. Okay, I'm just saying.
No,
Yes, sir. I'm dying. Okay, before we get into the topic, because there will be a lot that we are going to cover tonight. Who knows where this conversation is going to take us? I don't think I am prepared. I don't even have questions prepared. We are just gonna freestyle it and get through it because it's sex. I mean, there's always lots to talk about when you talk about sex. But before we get into that, twins, how has your week been?
my week has been very productive. It's a little chilly, in the morning it's chilly, and then by midday it warms up. But
Hmm.
it's getting toward that season where it's about to be hot Atlanta. Now, pollen season has started. I already seen the pollen piling up already. I just blew the porch off and the leaves off. So it's that time of year. Kids is good. We got soccer. Not tomorrow, but Saturday we got practice. Then after that, a week on the 26th. So life is good. So life is good. No complaints over here.
I love that for
How about
you.
you?
I'm good. It's just cold here. The wind is disrespectful. I want
Oh,
to punch this. I just want to punch this guy. That's honestly that's where I'm at. Like I went for a walk before the show when I finished work, and I just regretted every single minute of it. But I had to pick some stuff up, and I needed some fresh air, and I just wanted to punch the wind. Like yesterday, it slapped me in the face twice, and then punched me in the throat. Like it just was disrespectful, and so I am very much over this weather. However, next week I will be in Tulum. God willing, I wake up every single day until that day. I will be in Tulum next week, and I am so like you have no. I have never been as excited. I take a few trips a year, and I have never been so excited for a trip as I am for this one because I am over it. Other than that, work is busy. It's funny. Um, it's funny how like people tell you you're important without telling you're important at work. So
mhm.
I was asked not to put my out of office on for a couple of days in my vacation because we have an announcement going out, and they knew that for my department there probably would be a lot of inquiries, and I happen to be leaving on the date. Like the announcement goes off at 7 o'clock. My flight's 7:25, so I'm pretty much like unavailable. And it was like, do you mind not putting your out of office on? Because like we don't want people to panic. Because if you're not there and something urgent comes up, then they start being like, "Where's Toshiba?" So if you don't mind like putting it on until like the Monday. So and I was just like, it's fine. Like to be honest, I wasn't actually gonna put it on. I'm still checking messages. It's all good. But my daughter was dying. She was like, they do know you're on vacation. Like you're going on vacation. And I was like, so I'm preparing my team for like me leaving and me not being there, but my phone works in Mexico. So, but it was one of those where I was like, okay, you guys keep making these types of requests, because when I request a raise, nobody say anything to me.
Crickets, right? Crickets.
Because I'm like, you're asking me to leave. I'm on vacation and I need to, because God forbid people start panicking if they reach out and then they start email like, where's Toshiba and who's going to answer my question? Like, because Toshiba is the one who answers my question. So I was like, okay, noted. Let me just write this down, because I will be asking for a raise come the summer slash fall. But I digress. Other than that, life is great. So, sex. Woo! I don't know if we should wait till like more people are in here or what, but like I maybe we should. Maybe we should be waiting, because this is a sexy topic. Um, and but it can be a dangerous topic, talking
Mm,
about sex, right?
okay.
I feel like it's like there's some danger around sex, because I think as much as we are doing it, a lot of us aren't talking about it.
It's,
Or for women, if we talk about it too much, then we're seen a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it does have its pros and cons, right? We're doing it, but we're not really talking about it. And then, of course, because we are still basing the conversation about dating and getting to these long-term relationship that will eventually be marriages, right? That's still the goal. But we are doing it and doing it and doing it while yeah, but we just not really having a conversation about it and the things behind the emotions and all. It's a lot of stuff involved when it comes to the sex.
There's a lot of things involved. And even what happens in terms of marriage, right? Like, again, we are two formally married people who hope to get married again. And I know one of the things for me is like part of settling down with one person is to have enjoyable sex with that one person. And I want to make sure that my sex life isn't compromised because I am married. Hello to the Real Sync one. Thank you for joining. Right? Like I believe people should go as far as talking about how often do you want to have sex when married? How how long can we go without me now thinking about cheating or stepping out? Like I know these are conversations people go, "Oh my god, I want to have that conversation," because if we're going 3 months and I haven't had the pleasure, we Houston, we have a that is this will be me. I'm freaking like bye Felicia. Like I'm not so sex again, we're doing it. Some of us are doing it wrong. We're gonna talk about a little bit about that too. We're gonna talk about how we're doing it wrong. Like what do you need? What do you require? So there's gonna be a lot of things. But where should we start, twins? I'm gonna put it up to you. Where should we start? Should we start from the beginning?
So let's start with the dating phase.
Yes.
Because what I've learned through experience and through my brotherhoodship, because I do have brothers that are married, XYZ, we have these guy conversation talks. And when I say through the dating into the marriage process, something this seems to be a disconnect. And when I
Mm.
say disconnect is because in the dating phase, as I'm getting to know you and we're courting you and XYZ, we're like energized batteries, right? And I think women, ladies, I don't think y'all understand. During that dating phase, and you're doing everything whenever, however, I'm not even asking you pulling it out. I'm just like, oh, okay, is this what I'm going to get all the time? So we had this conversation, me and Toshiba, a long time ago. Most men, when we marry or propose to a woman, we're marrying her at that current stage where she's at right now. Meaning that if she don't change from the day I'm dating her, I'm okay with that, right? I'm expecting the same benefits and everything we're doing while dating. Once I slip this ring, on this off on the left hand and put it right here, I'm expecting it to happen all the time. But what I have learned through marriage and my experience, and talk to the fellow as well, the sex seems to drop off once the ring is on, and now hey, I got them now. And all of a sudden now we have a bunch of excuses. My back hurt. I'm tired. Work is long. Meanwhile, you was having these same jobs while we were dating. And this is pre-kids. So we ain't going to factor in when the kids get in the picture. We're talking about pre-kids while we're doing our thing. So, I believe the conversation needs to be had, like you just said earlier. What is your expectation once, as we go through this relationship journey? How often? We it's like it's unspoken until we're in the nick of it, and unfortunately by then it's kind of too late because, like you said, 3 months I'm over itching XYZ. I need a hit or something, and now I got to play games with you, but I got you. I married you, so I don't have to do like, let me take you to the movies. Let me buy you some clothes. Baby, do you need anything? Like, granted, I still have to wind it down you and be the, the guy, what I'm saying? I still got to turn you on. I'm not saying just roll over, put your leg in the air, let's go. All I'm saying is that the energy changes from relationship to marriage. And I'll stop right there because I could be going for days here, but go ahead and jump in.
Listen, at the end of the day, I've said this time and time again on the show. I remember the first time I said it, there was like an uproar. We do not have sex with men we do not want to keep us. Period, point blank. Even all the women who said that their baby daddies ain't shit after they had the babies, you wanted that man to keep you, and you're mad that he didn't. Right? That's why he's not shit anymore, because he didn't keep you. We just do not, and I'm gonna say for most women, okay? For most women, okay, a large percentage of us, we do not have sex with men we don't want to keep us. However, I will say it is a bad assumption on both parts, the man and the woman, to think that this is going to stay like this forever. And so that's where that communication, and that's the C word we've been talking about on the show since season 1, and we're in season 8 or 9. I don't remember what season I'm in right now. Okay, so what will it look like? Because we're going to go through changes. What is acceptable? First of all, what is acceptable and what do we want? I will tell you what I want. I want sex twice a day. I enjoy sex. I really like it. Sex is a way for me to be intimate with my partner. It's a way for me to relieve stress. It's a way for me to show love. It's all of that. And if it was up to me, I would have it twice a day. Now, there are some men who are down for that. Maybe I'll marry one that will. There's some men who are like, babe, what are you talking about? Once is fine. Like, once is good. But are we talking once a day, once a week, once a month? Because if you start saying that you can go and just have sex once a week, we are incompatible. That ain't gonna work. What is acceptable for me? If you can't have it twice a day, I at least want 5 days in a week. That is my bottom. If 5 days, which means 20 times a month, I should be bent over, okay, 20 times a month at minimum. Like that is my minimum. Maximum, whatever it is that we can get to, but minimum 20 days a month. So I'm setting the expectation. If I'm getting less than 20 times a month, that is a problem. And I mean any type of intimacy, because I have 3 holes. Yeah, I've talked about my 3 holes on the show. Somebody said I forgot a couple of the holes, but I don't have no sex or ear sex. I just have mouth, ass, and.
Okay, so
we're talking about sex. So for me, that's I think the step. Because Real Thing said it, right? It's definitely a very common experience for many married men, but I feel it's because there was a step missing. It's great now, but what will it look like in setting that expectation? And I would even put that shit in a prenup. I won't even lie.
Wait,
you can do that. I would put that in a prenup. Here's my expectation of sex, and if I go XYZ with that, because again, in a prenup, I can put that if you cheat,
right,
I get more money. I literally can put in a prenup. If you cheat, I get more money. I will leave with more property. I will like that can be so why can't you put that in a prenup with your expectations on? I'm just saying. Or a relationship contract.
I didn't think about that, but you are making a valid point there. I mean, we do have to set the expectation. Now, okay, so two times a day, huh? Okay.
I would like twice a day. I would like twice a day. So whether that's once in the morning or at night or back to back at night. In the morning it's tough because we're trying to get ready for work, so that might be a little difficult.
I mean,
Um, but
I mean,
I'm getting a little bent over at the kitchen table making coffee or whatever. It doesn't have to be long, but I want to feel it. I want to be intimate. I want to do all that. Now there is like one of the sessions has to be long and romantic, and I'm like the woman who likes to massage you and oil you down, and like I do all of that, right? Like because I like foreplay. I like intimacy, not just penetration. So there needs to be one long session in the twice a day, but twice a day is what I would like.
which is understandable, and I think reasonable. And the reason why I say this, right? Because like I said, everything's off the table today. We're having a conversation about everything. Reason why I say this, so twice a day, I don't see that being a problem. Being, I say it's because if I have a side piece, right, it goes down with the side piece, right?
So you want to have sex twice a day? It's just not with your wife.
No. The point I'm trying to make is that
I get it. I get
when
it.
people say you can't do it every day, I call bullshit. Because if you had a side piece or a side girl or whatever you want to call it, you had your little boo thing or you had whatever, every time you saw that person, and trust me, if you could see them every day, you would see them every day. And every time you see them, you would have sex.
I agree.
So that's one time per day.
I agree.
Twice, that's still doable. Evening. And I'm not saying you need to have a side piece, but I'm saying that people make excuses of why, oh, I'm tired, XYZ, but I've been a girl's side piece. I had a side piece. So I know how the game goes. So we're not going to play this game like, oh, no, that is too much. I got kids. Trust me, my side pieces had kids. They had responsibilities. They had jobs just like I had. Like, come on now. I'm not saying we need to have a 4-hour session sex. No. Maybe an hour to 45, depending. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. Whatever you get down, like you said, you want to oil them, you want to massage them, all that.
I want to get in there. I want to get in there.
But what I'm saying that I think that's reasonable to have the conversation while you're dating, and then while you're heading towards that process of being married. Like, hey, what are your expectations? Right. And of course, we know, as time goes, you will have kids and X, Y, Z. So yeah, that will change a little bit, right? You know what I'm saying? It may, but
And that's for the young folks, though. Like, I done had my kids. I have a 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a 20. Well, let's talk to the grown-ups, okay? I have a 24-year-old daughter. I ain't breastfeeding no baby. The only person suckling on these titties is my man, okay?
I feel you on that, but see, you have to understand though. You have to understand, there's a lot of women in their 40s that have young children. I mean, you have to understand the day market for us men out here. Now, maybe
that is true. I'm sorry to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? You grown, you want no more.
I'm ready to go.
So you ready to go all day long, which is fine. But some of these ladies out here, had a oops, slips up in the late 30s, and now they still got a 9-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, whatever it may be.
So that's why that conversation is important. Like, and when I'm talking about the conversation, what if his Peter Patter stops working? Like, what is the expectation there? When I'm going through menopause and perimenopause and things change, like how does this work? Because I understand that we're gonna go through growing pains, and I think people always want to focus on the right now, and right now things are great, which is why again I'm a proponent of prenups, okay? Because prenups are setting you up for the future, and it is preventative, and it's proactive, and it puts all of the stuff in place, because when you're pissed off, you often are not thinking rationally. So for me, having these conversations, going into a relationship and saying, I understand what we're doing right now, but we also understand that things are going to change, right? Like, if my man needs to pop a blue pill, pop it up, my brother, right? Like, talking about what happens when I'm on my period. My mouth still works. So, well, what is the expectation? Like, these are conversations that I actually have these conversations. And I think a lot of men are surprised that I do, but I'm like, I'm not setting myself up for the okie doke because I know I have gone 18 months without sex. So I have no problems going without it. But when I'm in a relationship, I'm sorry, I expect it. I know that's weird for a woman to say, but I expect what are we doing here? Why did I give up my roster of men just to be with you to be dry down there? The
Hey,
fuck?
stop right there. You get your roster. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing for the guy.
The fuck?
You want to, what's the word? Exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
Yeah. So, you want to be this exclusivity relationship where it's just me and you all the time. Cool. But you know what comes with that, right? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause at one point, I had a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I was young at one point, right? I wasn't married my whole life. Let's be clear, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't married my whole life. Saying wasn't, I've already married 14 years. I'm 44. So you do the math. Wasn't married my whole life. So what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, when I was single, if I call one person, oh no, I can't click. I just call to someone and say, yeah, I'm free.
Y'all be really doing that for real?
Oh, for sure. And especially my bachelor's day, I had a morning, afternoon, and night. Yes, definitely.
Ladies, I hope y'all are listening to this. Good. Some of y'all be thinking just because he's calling you and dicking you down mean that he is like he loves me.
Well, it depends too, because once again, communication. You gotta understand, know where you're at in the relationships. You know what I'm saying? Gotta know where
That's
you at.
the problem. Some people, the ones who introduce sex in a relationship, it can whatever the ship is, a friendship, whatever people. I mean, a situationship is just a booty call to me. All of the ships, right? Like you start introducing sex. Listen, where men and I talk about this all the time, where you guys can separate the act of sex and the emotion of sex, it is very difficult for us to do so. It is
Yes.
very, very difficult because we start blending the two. Because sex is so intimate and the loving and you know what I'm saying? And all the soft and the sweet kisses and the tender, and depending on how you want it, right? Like if you want it slapped and choked up and all that stuff, or you want it tender and the oil getting rubbed down. So we get into those spaces, we're like, oh, yes, this is great. Not knowing that he's doing it to Tiffany in a couple of days.
Or a couple hours.
Damn. Or a couple of hours. That one hurt.
Hey, listen, we're talking about the real. You gotta have this conversation. So once again, you can't be like, oh, it's me and you only. But then when you're mad, you want to do this, or like you said, withdraw, or like those things just can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm speaking on all levels: single, married, relationship, dating, all that. You know what I'm saying? Now granted, I do understand times you could be on the, your period, XYZ, whatever. You tired? Great. I'm tired too sometimes. Cool. But a whole week?
Not a whole week.
A whole week?
Or months. I was listening to this thing about couples cheating, and this man said when he had his affair, it was he and his wife had not had sex in 3 months. I said, I get it. I wasn't even mad at him. I said, I get it. He had the sexy little thing at his work. Okay, sexy little thing, little chocolate brown thing, body, bang, banging. And she was just, work wife, leaning over, making his coffee. 3 months? 3 days, and I'm itching. Hey, Jeff, by the way, I'm killing. I just saw that Jeff said he walked in. I was talking about 3 holes. I do have a question for you, Jeff, so please stick around because I actually have a question for you. But I was like, I completely get it. And I know there are a lot of people who will be like, oh, you're a woman. Like, you're not a girl's girl. Fuck a girl's girl. I am about what keeps me connected in this situation, in this marriage, in this relationship. What distinguishes being exclusive versus being dating? It means that I'm only giving myself to you when we're exclusive.
Right.
It's just me and you. So now it's just me and you, and I am Dry? Because we're not having, because you're tired? You're stressed? You're all of these things?
Well, if you stress, that should be the number one reason why to do it.
You're having sex. Thank you.
That's the best stress reliever right there. When you stress out your mind, trust me, that's the best. But once again, like I said, it comes down to communication. You have to have the conversation. So I had something I want to say that slipped my mind. Um, oh darn it, it's my mind. But so as far as the drought, right? I've heard from married men, right? They so for example, when they first got their lady, they was getting a blowjob all the time or head, whatever you want to call it. They was getting it nonstop, constant, XYZ. Then unfortunately, when they decide to put a ring on an XYZ, they get it every once a while, like holidays, Father's Day, birthday, or maybe they do something nice, maybe Valentine's Day. I'm like, what? That's like for me, that's like mandatory. That's like
I couldn't do it.
that's like part of foreplay. Like that's how you get anything rolling. Like what you mean?
That'd be grounds for divorce to me. I cannot even lie. I'm
But
not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. And that's what I wanted to talk with Jeff. Because Jeff, I know the link should be in the yep, I see the link is in the comment section. Just curious to know, Jeff, when you are doing your marriage counseling for married folks,
mm,
and they're talking about sex, what are you finding are the major issues that these married couples are having, and how do you counsel them through it? And I know you came in a little late, but did they set the expectation about their sex life in advance of the marriage, or are they now suffering and they're like, shit, like what are we going to do about it? So Jeff, hopefully you're on and you can answer that. But I think that's a shame. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even understand that idea. And I wonder if, here's the thing, I will tell you, as a woman, I'm tapped into my man emotionally, right? And for me, I can tell you, if I detach from you, is because I'm not getting my emotional needs met. So I think the question then becomes, if it did go from this freaking like spinning on head tops and swinging on chandeliers to schedule sex or schedule BJs, are are the emotional needs still being met? Because sometimes if the sex is pulled away, then the emotions start getting pulled away, and it becomes this, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Did the emotional part come away, so they took away the sex, or did they take away the sex and so you took away the emotions that they need for the sex? Does that make sense?
I think it goes hand in hand. I think the emotion is part of the sex. Like that's like you said, that's connecting. That's the bonding between a man and a woman when they do their thing. So that's something that's required. So when you pull that away, you're actually separating yourselves from each other, right? I mean, I'm not gonna get biblical, but it is in the Bible, but I ain't gonna do that tonight. But what I'm saying, that you must have that constant bonding of each other. You must have that. Not just do it, just do it. No, that's part of keeping everything connected between each other. Because once that happens, once you start pulling away or he start pulling away, that's where interference come in, or distraction,
Mhm.
like you said.
Distractions do come in.
Now, I mean, 3 months later, I mean, God forbid, please don't have a man who works in the call center and he ain't getting that from his woman. You know how many women are in the call center who don't got men, or how they dress? And then you have to understand, ladies. I'm talking to ladies now. Ladies, you have to understand, when a man goes to work, he's at work more than he's at home. 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, he's at that job. And we ain't gonna talk about where he lives, because if you got to commute, that's another hour on both ends. So that's about 11, yeah, about 11 hours away from the home.
Mhm.
And once again, if he has a work wife or work husband, trust me,
Dangerous.
when things start happening at home, when conversations, whatever ain't happening, whatever, and XYZ, that's how work relationship become more than this work wife and work husband. They come more. I mean, when it turns to a work wife or work husband, you're already in trouble. So once they start putting titles on each other, that's a problem. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, game over. My woman or anyone I talk to, they're not allowed to have a work husband.
You said not allowed.
No. Because I know how that works. Because I was a work husband before. I know how it goes. I got all the benefits and perks. Trust me, we're not gonna play this game. So, yes, you need to have that constant reunion between each other. You know what I'm saying? And I understand arguments happen, stuff happen, cool, but that shouldn't be a whole fucking week. I'm sorry.
I am with you because there has to be, again, we're going to say that word over and over, communication. And I am not a cheater. I don't cheat. I'm not a cheater, but I will tell you, if I was ever in a situation where I did cheat, because I like, especially recently, like I have found out so much about myself and how important it is for me that those words of affirmation, like words of affirmation really is my primary love language. And to be in a situation where a man is unable to express his feelings towards me or is not telling me I'm beautiful. And listen, there could be, I said to someone one day, there could be 100 men in a room and 99 of them tell me I'm beautiful. If the one person that I want to tell me I am beautiful does not, the 99 did not matter. And that's what it becomes when you're in an exclusive relationship, right? That one person tapping into you physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, that one person, because you've given up the 99. You're saying that this one person, I'm laser focused on this one person. So I know myself well enough where if those words of affirmation, so even me, like, as I'm dating, those are the things I look for. And I'm not looking for a man who's just saying some shit to say some shit. I can tell the difference, but men who genuinely are enamored with me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and all of that. If I miss that piece from me, that is where I'd be tempted to step out. And me, I wouldn't step out. I just leave because I don't have the patience because I'm not hiding my phone and doing all that shit. Like that's just too much detective work that I don't have time for. But for me, I will say to the men who are concerned that their wives have now put the kitty cat on lock, is her emotional needs being met? Is what I would ask. Have you ever asked your wife, am I meeting your emotional needs? Right? It's just like a woman worrying about a man cheating. Did you ask him if he's happy?
Oh, I think you dropped early dating tip right there on both sides. You might recycle that towards the end. That's a
I
good one.
will.
That's a good
Okay.
one. Jeff did reply, so I want you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready for you, Jeff. Okay, so Jeff, let me put this up here. I'm putting it up here and I'm gonna read it here when it pops up because it's so small on my screen there. So Jeff is saying, from what I gathered from the conversation, is that life gets in the way of sex in these marriages. Like Twin said, older women are having younger children, health issues get in the way. Let's talk about the health for a second. People, people, we only have this one body. So
Facts.
so take care of it. Like I'm not even going on a long lecture. I'm 46 years old and I'm in like the 98th percentile of health. Why? Because of what I consume. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I work out, I walk, I drink lots of water, I take my vitamins, I go to the doctor, I get my blood work done. Like I only have this one body. So I get it. And you guys live in America and honestly your food is god
Trash.
awful. It's god
Trash.
awful. It's like god awful. But
English
so I
word.
get it, but
Ye-
that gives you even more reason. Health really is wealth, and it
Yes.
gives you every more reason to be making sure because you only get this one body. So I get the whole health gets in the way, but to me, it's still it just it sounds like excuses.
Well, no, that's definitely an excuse when you say health issues, right? Um,
I'm sorry.
I got
Did,
early.
did,
I got married in my early 20s. So yes, when I got married, we was in our prime. I was 28. She was 27. Well, based on her birthday, but we were both the same age, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely in our prime. So, of course, over years, health, kids, XYZ, gain weight. That does happen. I get that part, right? But what Tasiba was saying, that like the controllable things, right? You still can control what you put in your body. You still control getting up and walking and staying healthy.
That part.
One thing I've learned or noticed with people, and this is not my marriage, but I understand with people is that they just give up. Like once they have kids, they just, well, you did this to me. You put this extra 30 pounds on me. Okay, yes, I did. But the kids are now 12 years old. So that's 12 years
That's
ago.
the
So
part for me. The
you
kids are
still
12.
30 pounds from
That's
12
all.
years. I call bullshit.
Stop the
Right.
bullshit.
But then also, but don't get upset or mad when I'm hitting the gym, XYZ, trying to stay fit. Not just, one, stay healthy. Two, like to look good, right? And then, of course, I want to look good for you. At the same time, I still want to be able to.
Pause there. I want to look good for you. Do you understand? This is why, for me, those revenge body bullshit that women be putting on Tickety Talk and
Right.
other women applaud it, I think it's so bullshit. And I said it, I think, last week. Do not give me your worst when I am giving you my best. So if I'm out there walking up those hills, going to the drink, drinking water, making healthy meals, doing all of that because I want to not just be the best for myself, but as my partner, give me the best. And you're basically giving me your ass to kiss because you're giving me the worst version of you and expecting me to love you through it. Fuck you. Like, seriously, that's how I feel. Fuck you, whatever. Like, fuck you and the bridge you're going to die on fucking alone at this point. Because what are we talking about? I'm not doing that. So I don't want to expect no man to do that for me. Sorry,
Can't,
I did. That was a
can't,
lot. It took me a moment.
I can't disagree with that, right? So,
Fuck off.
No. But once again, these are still conversations that you need to have before y'all even get to that process of marriage. Now, granted, I think, once again, I was young when I got married. These conversations I did not have. Now, granted, my divorce had nothing to do with sex and XYZ. Me getting sex was never an issue. Getting everything that I needed, that was never an issue in my marriage.
Love that for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have checked out. I would have checked out way sooner than that if that was the case. I'm sorry. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, and it is 10-1 here. So, yeah, don't, ladies. If you're in Georgia and you have a man, the numbers are 10-1. You need to make sure he's taken care of. Trust, especially on that level, right? Y'all can work everything else, but don't let that man leave the house with a full sack of his balls full. He need to be drained. He need to be empty. Trust me, 10-1. And these women, they ruthless out here. So you think you holding out on him and I can't do nothing. He ain't getting enough of me. Trust me, he at work frustrated about to break shit because he just backed up. And then it all takes one little lady to know is that you okay, baby? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm I'm just stressed. You know what I'm saying. Then the next thing, they got him a side piece.
I've never seen how taking sex off the table is somehow a punishment. Like, you're actually punishing yourself. Like, how are you going to want me more because I'm no longer giving you sex? And here's the thing. I think people understand us better when we use inanimate objects. Okay. So you have worked really hard, twins, and you've gotten to the point where you can get the car of your dreams. What is the car of your dreams?
As of right now, is the i8 BMW. I know they're not being sold anymore, but I still want one.
I love that for you. And as somebody who's driven a BMW 328i X-Drive, I love that car. Hey, Belle, wherever you are, somebody else is driving you. The BMW is a sweet car. Okay, it is a sweet car. So when I picked up my BMW, my white BMW with the tan interior from the lot, and I drove her off the lot, I remember, like, that is the car I had wanted. I wanted a BMW 3 Series. So you know what I did? I took care of that car.
Mm.
I made sure her oil changes were done.
Mm,
I made sure that I would get her vacuumed out. I
okay.
made sure everything. She was never on E by the time it reached a half a tank of gas. I was
Huh?
filling her back up. I was making sure, even in the wind, I used to wash that shit. Even when it was that like that light snow, I'd still
Yeah.
go wash her because I wanted her to have that glistening white.
Yeah.
Like I took care of her. Why? Because I'd always wanted her. It
Mm,
was the car of my dreams, and
mm,
I was not going to not take care of her because one day she decided to have a moment where I had to take her to the mechanic. Oh, I had to take her to the mechanic, so I'm not going to take care of you. No, she had a little bit of a and listen, I turned my music down. Oh, Belle, you don't sound so great. I'm calling my mechanic right away. I got to come in right now. I don't know what's going on with this car. I needed to check. I worked really hard to get that car, so I took care of her. Why do we not see the same in our relationship?
mm, mm. A lot of women gonna be mad at you about using a car analogy because they don't like that when we use it. But I loved how you just used it because that's a fact. We will take care of our car to the T. We will spend so much money. We'll put so much investment into it. We will make sure, like right now, it's starting to pollen here in Georgia. We'll go out there and keep rinsing the car off. No, and soon we go down the street and we yellow again with the pollen. But you know what? Hey, my baby needs to be clean. But for some
Detailing it, like rubbing down those leather seats, right? Getting in it, making sure it is good. Like making sure that car is, you don't want nobody eating. People are not allowed to eat in my car. You
no,
don't drink, other than water, you don't drink in my car. Like, I do not play when it comes to my car.
you
So
park
why are we out there playing with our men and our women?
because we don't, because we don't value them. I mean, that's a fact. I mean,
And that's what it would say to me if you start telling me I can't get sex. Is that you're telling me I no longer value you. So you know what? Then I'm gonna go find somebody who does value me. And it's a little less for us, we get it. Men are always gonna give me sex. But for me, at the end of the day, I just don't understand how we are so intentional about getting the person, but
right?
not intentional to keep them.
Well, it goes back to maybe 3 seasons ago, and it's the word accountability. Because, like you said, when women take sex off the table or try to punish their man, at the end of the day, as far as a man, when it happens to us, what can we do? We can't force to have sex with you, right? And we can't tell on you because no one cares, right? So how can we keep you that accountable without well he do this and this besides jumping through the hoops, right? And there's some guy out there who does this. They may do all those things, but then he do one thing that you don't like. Oh, he forgot to take the trash out when you said to the trash out. He still took it out, but because he didn't jump when you said how high, you know what I'm saying? Now, well, he ain't getting another night. I done did X, Y, Z, and now it's time for me to reward. I did this one thing when you said it. Now you take it off the table. But what are men supposed to do?
Mm.
How can I keep?
Well,
How can I keep you accountable? Go ahead.
here's the thing. So you just mentioned that for your marriage, that was not an issue for you. So
No,
how did you and your wife keep the romance in your marriage? Let's talk to the people who are out there suffering because it sounds like some of the people you talked to are suffering. How did you keep the romance in your marriage?
I mean, first off, for the fellas, we have to put the time in, right? We have to put the time in. We just can't come to bed 2 o'clock at night and jump into bed and think she's ready to go.
That
That's
part.
it. Might
The
have.
fuck?
So you gotta be reasonable, right? So you may be on your game or whatever you're doing out to the bar, whatever you're doing with the fellas. You got to make sure you got some balance in there, right? And it's not about communication. You should know your woman at this point now. If you married this woman and you're with her for a long period of time, you should know her. You know what she likes. You know what she needs, and you do have to listen to what things she do say. If she says she wants to spend more time with you, that's a key word. All right, let me cut down a little bit what I'm doing so I can spend time with her. Because main what she really want to say is she want to fuck. I mean, she still wants to spend time.
That is actually what we are saying.
I know. I mean, she's saying that, but you still got to do everything else. You still be pampered, still be, let's go out to eat, let's go walking. You still got to do the stuff that you don't want to do. But if you want to get what you want, it's a balance. You got to give and take. It just can't be, well, when I come, she need to be ready. No. So now
It
we
don't
can't
work like that.
work like that, fellas. You gotta warm up the engine. You know what I'm saying? It's freezing. It's 0 degrees outside. You don't go outside, get in your car and turn the gas.
Drive off.
No, you got to warm up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now, mechanics don't judge me because I know mechanics say, no, you should warm your car up. Okay, come on. All right. Let's not be technical, okay? But what I'm saying is that you go outside, you clean the car off, get the shovel off, the snow off, whatever it may be. Then you go and then you drive. Same thing with your lady. You got to put the time in. Whatever she needs or what she likes, make sure you cater to it. If she likes flowers, buy her flowers every once in a while. If she wants to watch TV show, you can't stand it, just do it because it's just the bonding time. She just wants you there. You don't even gotta watch the show. Hell, sometimes after a good hour or 30 minutes, or not an hour, maybe like 30 minutes, and she know you ain't really feeling it. I bet you can go back, but I appreciate you just sit me for 15 minutes though. I appreciate it that little bit. So you gotta have a balance there, okay? Don't be this guy's walking around like, oh, baby, you ready? No. So you have to put the work in. So be a little romantic, plan stuff, do things, buy her things, pay attention. You know what she likes. I'll say, if you're the woman, she has certain lotion and stuff she uses, buy that. Give her extra bottles, perfume, whatever it is, buy that. Pay attention to the little stuff. She will appreciate that. And sometimes her stuff don't be that expensive. She just don't want to spend her money.
We don't.
You don't spend your money.
We do.
Which is fine. And we know this. So this is not a problem. So once again, I'm talking to the fellas who understand that they know what women want. I ain't talking about the brokies. I ain't talking about we talking about the mature men who want to be intentional and want to keep this thing rolling. So I'm stop there because I can go on for days.
And I love what you just said. I'm just going to add to that. And this is something I talk about all the time. And I think I even mentioned it last week. It's also about loving your person in the way they receive love.
Yes.
So, and that is why, again, these conversations are important because, fellas, if your lady's love language is gifts, then absolutely she wants those things. But if her love language is quality time, what Twins just said, just sitting with her for 30 minutes, watching one of the silly shows that you don't even like it, but she does. And it's just time, and you sit with her and have her put her hand on you or put her legs on you, and just those moments. Or that it's words of affirmation and she just loves to be told. When you come home and you're looking at her, she's getting ready to even just go to her, babe, God, you're so beautiful. I am such a lucky man to have you. Just that little thing that changes the entire trajectory of what that day is going to look like, because you're loving me in a way that I receive. And I think that is my issue in dating, is a lot of men love me or try to love me in the way that they think that women like, through gifts and all of that stuff. And that's not my love language at all. Like I've said on the show, I don't give me a box of Ferrero Rocher and a chocolate, and I am the happiest woman. Tell me I am beautiful. Write me a love note. Write me a love letter. Send me a text just saying, hey, beautiful, I was thinking about you. I'm just so lucky to have you. The way I am putting it down for you that night. Emily Gucci Fendi Prada. I just want you to love, because that for me is what's so necessary. So this is why I even talked about sometimes we're looking at the physical, but we're not looking whether or not that emotional need of our partner. And that's the same thing I would say to lady. If your man's love language is acts of service, find out what that means to him. Warm him up too. Like, I'm a massage girly. So when my man gets out of the shower, I like him to just lay down, and I'll lotion him, just rub him down. And I'm not talking about Oh, my hands are tired after 3 minutes. Like I'm talking about, like I am rubbing you down. I am making you feel good because I want you to just be able to relax with me, to be in that essence. I know you had a long day. You're a black man in corporate. I date a lot of men in corporate America, corporate America. I'm gonna even say corporate Canada, corporate America. Um, and so I understand that that's just a stress relief. That is an act of service. They need to feel special too, and so I do that to make sure that his emotional needs are being met, not in the same way my emotional needs are need, but he just knows, like, I care about him. Twins, sorry, I saw you put that up and I just kept going.
No. I just want to piggyback on what you're saying. That I would just say this, maybe early dating tip, but I would just say, fellas, it's very important to know your lady's love language. While you're dating, that should be a conversation or something you write down and make sure you don't forget that on top of her birthday and stuff like that.
That
And
part, don't forget my birthday.
yeah, for birthdays. But make sure you find out what the love language is and make sure you capitalize on that because that's very important. And also, what you just said too is that if she's a woman who likes words, affirmation, please make sure you tell her every day when she leave the house she's beautiful, X, Y, Z, because there'll be
Different.
because she get it, she gets the attention most, not all, but most women get attention. Actually, all women really get attention because we men will hit anything. But the
Yeah,
pump shop,
even the big backs out there are
yeah,
getting enough
yeah.
attention.
So
Just
what I'm
saying.
saying, so what I'm saying that it's very key that you make sure you tell your woman she's beautiful, X, Y, Z, whatever it may be, because there's a dude at work or it's somebody in their DM who's flying through DM every day, say, "Good morning, beautiful." If they can take the energy to do the same thing, why can't you? And I get it. And she knows. The guy is copy pasting message to all the women out there. She understands that. But why can't you?
But it
Right?
makes us feel good.
Right.
It just
Oh, she
makes us
on the
feel
floor.
good. Hey, Jeff. Welcome, 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 Jeff. Join us. Let us know. Happily married man.
I don't know if he's
Yeah,
full in. I see his name, but I don't see
yeah,
the box.
yeah, I don't see. Hey, Jeff, Jeff, Jeff. Microphone check. Well, I'm going to leave him up here until he comes up. But you are so right. Like, I had, this is the first time I'm admitting this. I had a situation the other day with someone I'm dating, and I sent a message, and I said to the person that I missed them, and they hearted the message, and that was it.
Now, did they come back to it? They just hard
No,
it?
they hearted it, and then they went into something else. And emotionally, at that moment, I detached because and so you're doing a couple of things. One, you're setting me straight and telling me you don't feel the same way by not responding, which
Mhm.
is one message. You're either choosing not to say it, which is another message, or you are incapable of showing that level of emotion, which is another thing, or we're just not there. So for me, I was like, if a simple thing of me just saying, like, I miss you, and you see it and you heard it and you don't say anything, I actually emotionally detached. I was like,
Yeah.
because I'd be a fool to keep moving forward with someone who it
It-
can't speak
it's-
to me in the simplest of my love language. That means that maybe we're not there, and I need to take a step back. I'm not even mad at him, to be honest. I wasn't even mad at him. I was mad at myself because I'm like, girl, okay, clearly maybe you're misreading signs, but you need to take a step back.
that's fair too. I can agree with that. But also, I mean, ooh, that goes both sides. If I tell a woman that I miss her or X, Y, Z, and she's hard to her, don't say nothing, it's like, oh, okay,
Nothing.
let me step back then, because maybe we're not on the same playing field, and I don't want to get my feelings wrapped up into
Hurt
it. You know what I'm saying? Because no one, at the end of the day, nobody wants to get hurt, right? We all have
at
feelings,
all.
guy or female. We act up, but we all have feelings. Go ahead, you can read the comment.
and I'm super sensitive. Jeff says, from what I gathered from the conversation, is life gets in the way of sex in these marriages. Like
Like I said
Twin said,
earlier.
older women having younger children. Okay, that is the wrong one. Where did the other one go? Sorry. Here we go. Ha ha ha. Here we go. Oh, he just says he's having technical issues.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I told him to try again because I'd love to have him on. Like I say, if it
I
counts.
do. I do want to hear from Jeff because I know he is married and he counsels married people, and we hope to be again married again one day. So that is the piece I think is even just understanding yourself, people, when you're going into these dating situations, and definitely before you get into marriage. Because if here's the thing, guys, if you're not getting your needs met in the dating relationship phase, it's not going to change when you get married.
That is a complete fact. I say this all the time. I tell fellas right now, putting a ring on a finger will not make her a better person. She actually becomes worse.
Because you
Pro-
told me you like me the way that I am.
It
That
becomes
I'm
worse.
perfect the way I am. That's what the ring means.
Right. And then also too that once you put the ring on the finger and she locked in, who's gonna check her, boo?
Like, you love that line.
Who's gonna check her, boo? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna check her? She's gonna do what she want. Now she locked in. She got the ring. She's married. So she ain't gotta do nothing no more because there's no accountability.
So
And
that, go ahead.
no, that's it. I'm gonna stop there. Go ahead.
No, I love that you said that because I think sometimes we, especially, and we're going to talk to the people at our big age, especially at our big age. I get it. I am not going to, I keep telling you guys, I am not meant for these streets. I realized recently that I have not dated. I've not really dated. You want to know why I've not really dated? Because I usually meet men who after a date or two, they just want to be in a relationship with me. And it's easy. And I go off. And okay, yes, I've been divorced and engaged a couple of times. It didn't work, but it forced me not to have to be on these dating streets. And when you're on these dating streets at my age, it gets lonely. And as much as I am blessed, and I think it is a blessing that I still get a lot of attention, because I hear some women in my age group who talk about how awful dating is for them. It is not. Like my dating app messages are full to the point sometimes I can't even like manage all of them and keep people straight. So I do not have that issue. But I know that I have an issue of like trying to date multiple people. But one of the things for me is never to be in a place that my loneliness is going to drive who I end up being with. And I think sometimes we get to that point where we're like, they're missing this piece, but you know what? It's okay because they got this piece. If sex is a big piece for you and it's not currently there, it's not going to be there once you get married or even when you get into a committed relationship. If your person doesn't have a high libido, because that happens, right? Having a low libido is a thing, like having a high libido. I think I have a high libido when I'm in a relationship. Like I say, I can go months and months and months without sex. I've gone as much as almost 2 years without sex because I was not in a relationship and so didn't want to play that game. But when I'm in it and I want to fuck like jackrabbits. Okay. I want to just all over the place. So I can't be with a man who has a low libido. I can't say, well, he's got all of these great qualities and he takes care of me and his finances are together and he's really smart, but he only wants to have sex once a week. That man is not for me.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem that I hear from a lot of women that the guy is financially stable. He's a good protector. He does XYZ. They take trips XYZ. But the one thing he's lacking is in the bedroom. And that's a tough pill to swallow.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Like, have y'all talked about it? Have you got a conversation? And that's why I say it's so important to have this conversation before y'all get serious because she really likes this guy, but she's not getting what she need. And then when she's not getting what she need, you know what happens from there. The door is open. That's where, a guy like me sliding, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I can put my part, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen, I'm just being real with y'all. Y'all, I wasn't. Again.
Real, because it's the real shit you're talking about.
Yeah,
Because it opens the door for someone else to enter. Where the door was previously closed, now it's cracked a little bit open, or it was left unlocked. Where it was closed and locked, all of a sudden it's closed, but it's unlocked. And now
yeah.
all of a sudden it's a little bit, just a little bit of a crack there. And all some people need is that little crack to come through. I'll even give you an example. A girlfriend and I were talking about, so about a year ago I was job hunting because I was like, you know what, I'm frustrated with my job. I'm gonna go look to see what something else is out there. And once I started testing the job market, I started realizing things about myself. Number one, I never want to work in anybody's office again. Like I do not, if I have to go to the office 5 days a week, count me out. Don't want to be there. Not going to happen. I don't want to get up every day and go into the office. And so when I was going at these jobs, the money was better. It was much better than at my current job. But I started realizing that when it comes to the cost benefit analysis for me, it was actually, I did not care. I did not care if it was $40,000, $50,000 more than I was making. The act of going into work 5 days a week, having to deal with traffic and people and all of the water cooler shit, I don't want to do it because I like to be at home. I like to work remote. I want to go into the office when I want to. That works for me. That is what makes my life happy. And I had to apply that same thing to my dating and relationship. What actually works for me? What am I going to be happy with long term? Yes, he might make a lot of money. Yes, there's all of these different things, but if he doesn't have these top three qualities, can't do it. Let me see. Jeff is trying to come back in again. Let me see. Oh, he just backed back out. But so this is what I'm saying for people, guys, and let's really get into it. If sex is important to you, don't compromise and be with someone who it's not important to. You guys are just going to be mismatched and you're going to be miserable because sex isn't just penetration, it's intimacy. Sex is intimacy. It is a way to connect. Jeff,
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear. Welcome to the panel, sir.
Man, what's going on finally? How y'all doing?
Doing
good, good. We want to hear from you. Let us in. Let us into the married world. What's going on? What are the people talking about? Did we lose him?
I hope not.
You were just.
uh,
Ah.
I was trying to be quick. Oh, good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get to the point. Like, yeah, I welcome. Hey, glad you're
Yeah,
talking.
as soon as he comes back in, I'm just gonna point to him and let him go. But yeah, like if the things that you know that are important to you, do not compromise on them. And I get that in your mind because a lot of us are out there lying about not wanting to be in relationships. It's a lie. I will never lie to you guys on this show. I cannot wait to be remarried again. I cannot wait to pop out and say, "Hey guys, I'm engaged." I cannot wait to have those moments. But one of the things I tell myself during meditation, because I like to let you guys into my business. Okay, I think Jeff is, okay, I just heard it, but he's not there. Here we go. Hold on. Go.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, go ahead. You know, you got the floor.
Okay, it seemed like y'all was breaking up. But yeah, I think
Oh my goodness.
Restream hates us. I'm gonna have to send them a strongly worded letter. I actually need to. Maybe it's because I'm on the free version. You know what? Tonight I got paid today. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to buy. I'm just gonna go and subscribe, and I'm gonna try it for a month. Because if I have these issues in a month, I'm really gonna say to them, y'all are playing with my show right now. Hopefully, Jeff, if anything, Jeff, please write it in the comments. This sucks. We're gonna get better. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the damn thing and pray we don't have any issues. But again, just don't compromise on the things that you say that you want, because if you need intimacy, and you need that connection, and the other person saying that's not important to them, that incompatibility is something that you're not going to be able to get over. And it doesn't matter how fine that man is, it doesn't matter how much money that man has, you're going to have those moments that you feel lonely. Because what are we talking about? We're laying beside each other at night, and what are we doing?
So another thing I like to add into the conversation is that too. Um, don't be afraid to have discussions as far as um, how things can be better, right?
That part.
Or how that like think about your job, right? We all have jobs and we have quality of our work, right? Somebody has to go in.
Performance reviews.
There we go. We all have performance reviews, so you should have a performance review about the sex.
Sex.
You know,
I do. I
fine.
always ask how it is. I ask.
I like when you do this. I don't like
Mhm.
when you do that. I would like for you to do this. Like, don't be intimidated to do those things, because it's funny because we have no problem telling our side pieces exactly what we want and how we want it in XYZ, and they do it to the
The
T.
side piece is killing me. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm like literally now looking to the side because the side piece is killing me. Go ahead though.
Hey, I'm telling you what it is. Some of them are lifesavers. Trust me. But we have, for some reason, we as men, we have no problem telling them what we like and don't care about their feelings. It is what it is, and they're all for it. So why can't you tell your lady that you're dealing with, hey, I'd like for you to do this. I would like for you to maybe brush your teeth before we start. You know what I'm saying? I like you to maybe take a shower before we XYZ. Like, don't feel like I'm hurt her feelings. And then if she gets mad when you say XYZ, or if he gets mad about XYZ, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Because it's not I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm trying to make the experience good for both of us, right? Just saying. The woman, fellas, ladies don't like sweaty balls. Now,
That part.
some may do, depending on the situation. They don't care. They want you. That's different. But most of the time, they can make sure you scrub between the cracks and your ass.
Please do.
Down there, man. If you want to do a good job, make sure that area is good.
Please.
Shave, nigga. If you don't shave, shave.
Please.
Hey, now she likes hair, then you don't gotta shave. But have that conversation. Hey, baby, I like if you shave. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hair guy. Have a conversation, compromise, whatever. Like, if you want things to work, you can't be just don't say nothing because you want to hurt her feelings or his feelings. Trust me, because when it comes to someone else into the picture, they don't have no problem with saying XYZ. So why can't you?
And here's the problem. If you can't have that type of conversation with the person that you are the most vulnerable with, because sex is the place where we are the most vulnerable. You see somebody naked, you see flaws and all. So I'm sorry, that means that you're just not ready for that phase of your relationship because you have not created enough security between the both of you that's okay. I ask for reviews. I literally will say, I want to hear it. Tell me if I'm not doing it the way that you want. Like in the moment. Tell me after. I'll ask, hey, did you like I was with the person I was dating the other day. I gave them this massage. I saw it was like an hour. I said, did you enjoy the massage after? Please, think about it and let me know if there's a way that I can improve it in the future for next time. I want to know that because, again, when I am with you, my job is to consistently get better so that we can be better. Because in my job, that's what I do. I don't wake up and say, well, I'm just going to be shit in my job today.
Facts. And also, too, when you think about that, when you are shit at your job or not doing good at your job, well, that's where corrective actions and PIPs come in. So,
thank you.
So it's the same.
And then you're fired from that job and you're back out on the market. I do not want to be fired from my job of being a wife. I do not.
Message.
I'm already divorced. I don't need that anymore. No more of that negativity in my life. When I get this position again as wife, my job is to be the best wife possible. And that is going to require me to communicate with my husband to understand his needs, wants, and desires. And again, ladies, of course, he needs to be able to understand yours, but it's also for us to be communicating our needs, wants, and desires. So that is actually going to be, I'm going to go into, because it's getting late and I know twins have to get up early. Let me go into a dating relationship and marriage tip. I'm going to give this all in one.
Oh,
Communicate your needs. People are not mind readers. We are not Miss Cleo, call me now. Okay? We do not know. And if you do not communicate your needs, you're not giving the person the opportunity to meet those needs. Do not hold on to anger and resentment because someone isn't meeting invisible needs they did not know about. And
mm,
I'm also going to say, if they're not showing themselves to be meeting those needs in the beginning, then stop. Just stop, halt the relationship because they're not going to grow to meet the needs. If I have now communicated my needs, you are clear what those needs are, and then you're choosing not to fulfill those needs, that is a clear sign. And I'm speaking now directly to the ladies, that man does not want you that much. Because when a man is communicated about the needs of the woman he wants, he steps up and he does what is necessary to meet those needs because he does not want her out there giving away the goods that she's been giving him to some man. So he's going to do what he needs to do to
message,
keep it.
message. Oh, that's a mic drop. That's a good mic. I can't drop on the ground, but mic drop. What I like to add to that, I said it earlier, it's very important to learn and understand your wife's love. Your girl, your woman, your wife, whoever she is to you, understand her love language. And once you understand what a love language is, capitalize on it. Make sure you're hitting that on every day, every nail, whatever it is, maximize it. If you don't get nothing else wrong, nothing else right, make sure you don't forget the birthday, but make sure you understand the love languages. Make sure you get that right. Over exceed on love language so you can't go wrong. And once again, just have communication. Don't be afraid to have communication about what you need, what she need, and how we can do is to make it better. And fellas, don't be afraid. If it just ain't if it ain't working out and before you get married, it's okay to walk away. Because if sex is the main thing that you need, and fellas, you know how you are. If you know you need sex and she can't do it all the time or how you need to do it, she might have all the money in the world. She might be fine, the mug. She's not for you because all you're gonna do is cheat on her anyway. And then what? Right? Then what? So trust me. If that's once again, this is based on your needs. Now, if sex is number one, which is far what you need, then make sure you find someone who's compatible because there's some women out there who like to get it in, like once again, 2 times a day.
Twice a day. I'd like it twice a day.
That's
And
7.
3 times on Sunday because I need to thank the Lord I am still alive.
Dead. But anyway, so that's my dating tips for the night. And I appreciate everyone. Make sure I hit the like button, subscribe, and share to your friends who want to be married again or are married. You know, we have open dialogue conversation because we want to be married here too as well. But we're going to give you all the real deal. Don't care how you feel. And fuck your feelings.
I love that. We're going to give you the real deal. We don't care how you feel. I love that. Like Twin said, like, share, subscribe. We had a time tonight. Sorry, Jeff. I apologize. I'm going to get on the restream thing. I'm going to have this thing fixed because, again, the whole point of this show is to change the conversation around Black relationship, and it requires everyone who watches this show to be involved. So, Jeff, thank you for sharing your thoughts in the comments, and I will fix it for next week. But before we go, Twins, what are you doing this weekend?
You know, I'm dad mode, so
Soccer.
we got soccer.
Love that for you. And I'm preparing for a trip that I'm taking to get the fuck out of here.
Yard work. If the weather stay nice and warm and don't rain, I got a lot of leaves and then blow out the yard and I'm gonna cut the grass because it's getting around that season. So I like to have a nice yard.
I love that.
Cut, so yeah.
Party at Twins' house. I tell you, I'm gonna make my way to Atlanta soon. I had to try to throw it in a trip in this year. I'm gonna try. My bank account's a bitch. No, you don't have any more trips than you. But you know what? I don't listen to my bank account at times. I just do what needs to be done. So I need to get out to Hot Atlanta, and come hang out with you because I need to get out of here. Anyways, everybody, please have a great weekend. Be safe, whatever you do. Hug the ones you love. You never know how much time you have left with them. I'm very serious about that. Again, like, share, subscribe. Make sure that you like before you leave. So thank you. Have a great night. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, YouTube. We out.
We out later.